What's up? What's up? You know what time it is. Time for the Funk and Future Festival. A special edition. This lovely Saturday. Oh! Funk from the front seat, 9 on the Grind TV. Our special guest today, the man, his beautiful queen, the myth, the legend, running it hard, New Funk Radio, Tony Camm Productions, Tony Camm Entertainment, Badass Swag, Tony Camm and the Funk All-Stars, Earthbound Creatures, Nappy Head Funk Army alumni. Oh, we got the Camms in the house today. The beautiful Jackie Camm, riding shotgun, Tony Camm, and I'm proud to be co-pilot of this ship, y'all. So we're going to start right here in North Kakalaki. Say hey! What's up, Brenda Booth in Ohio? Virginia, Lynchburg, BC, Baltimore. I got you, Philly, Dilly Dally. What's up, Dr. Brookenstein? New York City, my hometown, Strong Island. St. George, I got yours. Detroit, what's up, gang? New Jersey, you heard? What's up, down there? Woo! Minneapolis. Yo, Vanessa, I can't wait to rock that hat. Oh, let's go down south. Georgia, what's up, Q&A? Linda Shiner, you in the house? Texas, where you at? New Orleans, where you at? Oklahoma, Utah, North and South Dakota. California, what's up, Joanne? I got you. Brenda, up in Ohio, I need you to clap them hands. Somebody ain't clapping. Funk from the front seat, 9 on the Grind TV. Oh, we coming to baptize you today, y'all. We got the Camms in the house today, y'all. We gonna be talking about all things Funk and Future Festival. You know what time it is. Ooh. 17 days. That's better. Hawaii, Samoan, doing the Humpty Hump. Humpty Hump. Japan, Tokyo, Anyang Hache, yo. Germany, Italy, what's up? DJ Cocolino, thanks for playing the Nappy Head Funk Army stuff. By way of Elizabetta in Ireland, I love you, sweetie. Carmen, Australia, I love you. Wendy, I love you. Germany, Candy Soul Sister, I got you. Dubai, we come on over there and we gonna funk y'all up. New Funk Radio Tour, yeah, we coming. It's now funk, y'all. Let it rain, yo. Africa, the whole continent. South Pole, North Pole, we got you. Ukraine, we forget about you. Haiti, we forget about you. And you know we're going to rap on what happened to Mr. Nichols. Shame on you, Tennessee. Shame on you. I ain't even going to mention you. Nothing but the Funk. Go Funk from the front seat. 9 on the Grind TV. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All around the world for the Funk. Here we are, sitting on this beautiful day, hanging out. The lovely Camms are in the house, Tony and Jackie Camm, and we're going to get to them in one hot second. But I want to let you guys know, stay active on the chat line. Very, very important. We got a lot of things to tell you, a lot of information. So y'all want to dig up on this show, all right? Also, if there's any transitions, know that we love you. We all got to leave here sometime. And just know that we care when things happen in your family and your lives. Any birthdays out there? Yo, come celebrate it. Order some swag. Go to Tony Camm's website or my site. You know, buy some music. Treat yourself to some homegrown funk. Yes, and I am wearing my Black Lives Matter hat because I'm mad. We're going to get into that. But, you know, it's all good because we love everybody. And last thing, if there's any anniversaries out there, you've been together for a long time, bang, bang, bang. Make it happen. Love each other. It's all about love. I recently got some love in my life now, so I'll be a much better man. You know what I'm saying? But right now, without further ado, I got to let you know my producer, Mr. Markley, is so busy. He couldn't split himself into 7 different people, so he's only doing 6 shows right now. So, Mark, we miss you. We love you. Mwah, mwah. Bang. I'll see you in a little while. These people, man, they changed my life with their love, their respect, and everything else. So I'm going to just leave it at that. The Camms. The Funk Camms are in the house. And then,
Hello, Zach. How you doing tonight?
what up, bro? I'm loving it.
How you doing, Zach? Me and
I,
Jackie are having a great time standing here.
I'm great. How you doing? How you doing, Jackie?
How you doing, honey?
I miss you, man. I'm telling you.
You know, that right there was the thing we use as a stand-in on most video, on most interviews, but we
I ain't mad at it.
We knew that we had to be for real on yours.
Well, see, that means that I actually feel really good because I got a little respect factor coming. So
see,
that makes me feel good, man.
That's right, because when like Rolling Stone and all them call, like we use that. So
yo, man, let me tell you, you guys have completely changed the brand of what we do, man. And I can't thank you enough. We'll talk about that a lot privately, but you know how I feel about y'all, man. It's like it's things that when we first talked about it, and I was in the car one day. And I was like, yo, man, we got to do this, and this. I said, but I don't know how. I ain't got nothing. I said, can you read my horoscope? I was like, can y'all read my chart and tell me when is it coming? Because I got to tell you, I was hanging on to the end of the rope.
Yeah, it was an interesting chart, and I did determine that you were definitely an alien. So
yes. But remember, it was the first one, the first time we was talking on the phone. I only saw you at the Funketeers Ball and got your number. And I called you one day when I was driving Uber. And I said, bro, we got to work together somehow. This was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Wow.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago.
It's flown by too, man. It just
man. Let me tell you, man, the growth and, we talked about that. So tell me, man, how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? How's your families? Let's get that out the way first.
Everything is great, man. I mean, they all have me. So they can't be nothing but camtastic,
I ain't gonna tell you, but the fingers was all pointing at Jackie, your queen. They got her. You just hanging on by a string.
Hey, man, everything is beautiful, man. 40 plus years with this woman right here. And we've made a bunch of cheerings and made some legends, still building a legend. And, our thing is, we dropped off this point at 17, 18, 19, put everything on the shelf and became regular people and worked jobs and built careers and raised children and all that stuff. And now here we are, 40 some years later, we're touring, doing music and in the studio, same stuff we were doing. So we're 18 again, so.
And you know what? The beauty of it is you're allowing all of us to take that journey with you.
Got to.
That's dope.
Got to. Dope, because the reason is because we hear from people all the time that we don't even know that we impact their relationships, their lives, or how they want to live and stuff. And we don't do that to do that. We just be us and we're having fun and we're having a great time. And people are always saying, wow, the inspiration. So you never know,
That's right.
Inspiring. So we just say, you know what? Let's just show. We don't show everything.
Not everything.
Not everything.
But you know what? Y'all put out so much positive energy, and people like me want to be a power couple like you. When I see you guys, Boosie and George and Scarlett and Patty, all of these power couples doing amazing things, I was like, I'm almost right there. I got to get the rest. Now I got the second half. So you watch this year how different a person I am, because I'll be more focused.
So how is that mail order bride robot that you ordered?
Well, you know what? Yeah, it came by Stagecoach. So like that episode of the Twilight Zone, I had to actually figure out how to do it because I think I did an all right job. I don't know. When you finally get a chance to talk to it, you could be the judge of that. But I've
seen pictures of it, and one thing already from the visual, she's funky. She got the funk. So that's the main thing.
Hey, girl.
Yo, this woman be naming songs I never heard of.
I told Jack, I said, Zach, better not bring no librarian up in here.
Nah, we wasn't going that. You know how it is. Like I won't get into the backstage pass song, but it's like, she be naming shit that I never heard of, and it's all of these different funky genres, and going to concerts really changed my mindset. Like the creator knew I needed this, and I've been blessed, man. And like I said, I'm just so happy that I could contribute once again as a couple you know, because that's important on this planet. People poo-poo that, but I always think that people together are much stronger.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have a mate, man. You gotta have somebody to. What's it all for? If you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If we didn't worry about women and women didn't worry about men, you know, us men, we just land. We wouldn't do nothing. We wouldn't worry about having no job. Everything we do is for, you know, to get the girl. So
pretty much.
So take that away. I mean, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying home.
And I know I can tell this story and then we're gonna get on to the interview, but when I met this beautiful woman, she was supposed to come see us play, but was late. So she came to see Diego play, right? And I'm like, so I go upstairs and I was like, hey, what do you think of the set? She's like, I didn't see you. I was like, what? What?
Missed it completely, huh?
How dare you? She said, but this is how she blew my mind. I read everything about you. She knew every song and everything we ever did off the website.
Oh wow!
She did her research.
It was dope. It was dope.
She did her research.
It was dope. So listen, what new projects? I know I'm gonna go down the list. We're gonna start with our very own, you know, diva, and of course your beautiful queen. We're going to start with Jackie, then we're going to go to Shirley and then Robert. We're going to talk a little bit about these different projects you got your hands in, plus Earthbound Creatures, too. Again, we're hanging out with Tony and Jackie Camm on this beautiful day, Funk for the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a lot to tell you, so y'all better pay attention. Please tell us, Jackie, what are some of the newer things that you did? Because I saw it and it was beautiful, and I love that song. It made me cry.
Oh, thank you. You're talking about colors.
Oh, my favorite colors.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story about it.
Story.
Brief. Okay, so I had been listening to that song for about 2 months. And the lyrics in the song was so deep. And every day I would listen to it, it would put me in a different frame and mindset. When I was at work, I was always in a positive set. I would look at the world, how the world is today, where the world is going to be, you know, heading forward, where we need, you know, all of us to be is in peace with each other and stuff like that. And so when I listened to the lyrics and stuff, I was like, okay, so colors. Okay, so that's all the different generations and, you know, different cultures and stuff coming together as one. And, you know, uniting and loving and treating each other, you know, with dignity and respect, which in this day and time right now, the world we living in now, it's not there.
Amen.
We got to get there. So the song that I ended up doing that my husband helped me with, and I thank you for that, darling.
Yeah.
My birthday this is the best birthday I've ever had in the world. And my husband made this happen for me. Because this was a dream. This was something that I really wanted to sing and share with the world. And he allowed me and helped me make my dream come true. So that's who I am.
Yeah, I had to go.
And he always supports me on everything.
I had to go Ike Turner on, you know.
Because it came through.
If you've ever walked past our house in close proximity on any given day, you hear the Jackie concert going on in the house. No matter if she's in the bathroom, the washroom, the basement cleaning or whatever, she's singing top of her lungs. So I'm trying to watch them. I'm like, turn the volume up. Colors. So I was like, after 5 weeks or whatever, I'm like, you know what? You got to go ahead and record that.
Got to.
So, because, you know, on our band and stuff, you know, we do a lot of funk and a lot of P-funk and all that. And she likes all that and she's into all that and stuff, but her genre is more in that soul blues kind of realm. And so it's always bad because we do shows and stuff and she don't really have anything to feature. Like, you know, she don't have anything that showcases her voice. So I said, well, you know, her birthday's coming up, you know, 40-something years, what you gonna get? You know, another bracelet or another earring or some shoes, what you gonna, you know? I'm like, you know what? I'll rent a studio, I'll hire musicians, you know, it cost me $50,000, but anyway, that not being said, you know, who's talking money, you know? But anyway,
it's only money.
I'm worth every penny.
Did all that, you know, flew in the backup singers and all that stuff, you know. And studio on her birthday.
Well,
and
I tell you,
actually record. I got the license to record the song, and we actually put it out. So she's a bona fide Spotify artist now.
yes, I saw.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And it's really cool. And you know, the coolest thing is people in the industry that I know that know us that have been, you know, at labels and different stuff that have done like my music stuff. I sent it to them and they were like, "Who was that?" And I'm like, "This Jackie." They were like, "Oh my God, it's just incredible. Where you been hiding?" You know, and I'm like, "Haven't been hiding. I just been waiting for that vehicle. You know, you got to wait some time for that perfect thing to come along. You know, don't want to just put out on anything." And I knew she felt that song, and you know, she didn't need no lyrics when she went in the studio because she didn't sing it like 3.6 million times before we went in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's doing well, man, and she's it's getting downloads and people are buying it, and we're working on the live show, you know, now because now I got to get her a band. You know, it doesn't stop, Zach. You know, now I got to get a band.
I know.
Or just for her, you know, she better eat the cake, Anime.
I know.
I'm gonna need you.
I know how hard it is, bro.
Oh.
I'm gonna need you, Ike, to keep doing what you're doing, honey.
You know, sidebar. That ambulance scene was funny.
At some point soon, I can already see it. You know, Tony Camm opening, Jackie Camm headliner, Jackie and her band. You know, headliner. You know,
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. No. You know, she's a queen. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's all good. Hey, that way she'll have to pay me to open for her. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at that. I'll come out, do 2 songs and then turn it over.
Right.
I'm good.
Hey, being a caddy is good too. Trust me.
That's right.
I was dating one of the brides. I'm not going to say which one, and I was happy to be the caddy. Her little pocketbooks. I didn't care. I was right there on the mothership. I didn't care.
Hey, whatever the party calls for.
What you gonna do?
That's
Give me that pocketbook. I'll be right here. I'll be right here.
Whatever the party calls for. Yeah, we're really, really happy with that. And actually, we're, you know, of course, she's plotting out what the next 10 songs are to record. I'm like, let me see how much money now. You know, so, but yeah, you can't stop now, you know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. And I was gonna say, whatever y'all did, and Jackie, let me tell you, it did come across on the screen, man, because I dropped a tear for that, and that's sincerely because music is emotional to me. So when I hear something, and especially I see my fam doing it, you know. Plus, I didn't forget, we haven't started recording Funk Chromicon yet. We go back in the studio. We do that like next Friday or next Sunday when I get back. So y'all's voices are going to be on that too.
Oh,
I didn't forget. Yeah, y'all going to be on that. So. You're dropping the song now. Let's drop down our good funk sister, DNA Funk, Shirley Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a lot of work with her, both in the funk genre and in the jazz genre. A lot of people don't know, just like Jackie, Shirley's very versatile. Hey, Shirley, how you doing? Please come on the show anytime. I love you. So tell us a little bit about how you two collaborate. Working with such a prestigious artist.
With Shirley?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I feel God put us together. I really do.
It's sisters, man.
We're like sisters. And, you know, Shirley had said to me, she said, I have never connected with anyone like I have connected with you. And we have connected in so many different ways and areas. You know, it's like her and I, we can read into each other and we can like think for each other. And you would actually think that we were actually raised up together like real sisters because we're not alike, but we're so much alike in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we yeah, and we respect each other. We uplift each other. You know, Shirley is an amazing woman to work with, and I have thoroughly enjoyed being beside her, you know, and going on this journey with her. And she's a very supportive artist as well. Yeah, she supports, she encourages you, you know. She always give you a positive, you know, vibe at all times, you know.
Yeah.
And
same.
Yeah, and she dresses her tail off.
Yeah, she got that DNA in her. People ask me, where's Shirley Clinton from? I said Lynchburg.
Yeah.
She's always over there. Where she live at? Lynchburg.
Hey, the craziest thing is they dress alike and wear their hair and stuff alike without knowing. Like they'll show up at the gig.
Yeah.
Oh shit. And so we were at Funketeers Ball, and the funniest story, we had checked into the hotel, we're in the lobby, and this guy, I think it was Mike Hampton's brother.
Oh yeah.
He came over and he grabbed Jackie and he was hugging and said, take the picture, whatever. I got all your music. Right. So I walk up, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, Shirley Clinton. I'm like, that's my wife, man. Shirley was like down a ways a little bit, but it was so funny. He was like, "Oh, my bad." But we laughed about that, man. But because when they wear their hair like that, the flowing lock thing, it's easy. So when they're on stage together, it's really dynamite, man, because it's they're in sync and they play off each other. And Shirley, you can't beat her hustle, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's like buildings. Bootsy told me this. He said the reason, and he doesn't mind if I tell a story. He said the reason Patty called me when COVID, and I was just sitting around, never had spoken to her in my life, but I met Bootsy, but I met Patty only briefly. And she says, listen, we've been watching you. Okay, we need you to do X, Y, Z. And that day changed my life. I freaked out. Mm-hmm. Bootsy and Patty called me. I was like, and they was like, get out of here. I was like, no, I said, I'm telling you, watch. I'm gonna be a Club Funketeer ambassador. I said, watch. Next day, bang. So when people respect your hustle and they watch, like people watch you guys, we watch Shirley watches, we all kind of like, okay, we're the elders now. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna ask you both how you feel about that. We're the elders, but I want to get to Rob first, but I'm not gonna forget that question. We have to be completely transparent as humanly possible with our careers, not our family, but our careers. We also have to be whether we like it or not, a role model. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For others that are watching us, how we act at gigs, how we perform on stage, how we treat fans, So I want to ask you before we get on to us carrying the next torch, Robert Harper, my man.
Yeah, the funk man.
I'm going to boot him out the dining booth. Don't worry. When he sits next to me after that third piece of toast, I'm booting him out. I told him that day. They had me trapped in, bro. We go to breakfast, right? Shirley and Rob's wife, and then me and Robert. He on the outside. Now, they had 8. Right? So I'm eating, trying to get a little something before I hit the road because, I always eat early, right? So Shirley and him are back. Oh, they back and forth about food. I'm cracking up. So Robert said, yeah, I'm going on the diet as soon as I get home. He said, Zach, you be inspiring me to hit the gym, right? So I was trying to get out. And they were like, don't you want some more to eat? I'm like, no. Get the hell out of here. But my man, I'm proud of you, Robert Harper, because I know you've been grinding and you work very hard. He looks good. Man. He looks good.
He's changing his diet, man. He's like, I want to eat, but see, I can't cook like Rob can cook. Like he can cook the fish and all that.
He looks good, man.
I get it, man. He got to show me some tips, but
I'm proud of you, bro.
And looking forward to doing some shows with him. And
how did you guys meet?
How did we meet? How did Robert Harper not meet? Man, it's kind of like the same story. Same story with all of us. Like I didn't know. You go back, like you say, 5 years. I didn't know you, Shirley, Rob, none of these people existed. We were in our little bubble doing our little Funk All-Stars thing, and then we started branching out a little bit. And there was a period of time where all of us were supporting each other on shows. Yeah. You would come to you to do the Crab Feast up in Maryland. We all met at Funketeers Ball and got to spend some time on stage together and stuff. And it just became this bonding thing between us. And we're all in proximity of one another, 3 or 4 hour driving window. But yeah, that's kind of how Rob and I met too. And it was like, it's amazing to me. Like I'll be listening to someone's music on Spotify or something, and I'll just hit them up and say, hey, like your stuff. And they'd be like, yeah, man, love yours too. Let's do something together. And I'm like, is it that easy? You know? And but yeah, Rob's a phenomenal guy, man. His music, the bass playing, I mean, all you cats, you know, and so hanging out with all y'all has been like what we want to do now.
Yeah.
You know, the future of where we're trying to go with this whole funk
Yeah,
thing.
and I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna make you laugh, right? We in here one day, and I'm running New Funk Radio, right? I'm running it. Of course, I got my girl, and I'm like, okay, we listen. So you always want to see how your better half's gonna react when your stuff comes up, right?
Right, right.
I'm listening, I'm watching. I got like a mediocre reaction, and then Rob's stuff comes up. Bounce to this. She's like, oh, who's that? I was like.
Hey, I don't care who you
that's
are.
Right, you gonna bounce.
I don't care who you are. When that song hits, you gonna bounce.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's dope, man. Just that beginning, and I was like, okay. I said, no, it's my man. I was like, if you guys or him or Shirley, I can let that slide. Dump the funk, boost your P-funk. That's about it. Or Gabe's band, or 420. So only a handful of y'all that I feel like my stuff ain't equal to. Other than that, I was like, you like that stuff? She's like, yeah. I said, well, he gonna be at the thing. When we go up there, I said, you get a chance to meet him. So really get a chance to meet him. I was like, yeah, you're gonna hang out with Rob Harper. So
yeah, Rob and his wife,
I'm just saying,
they're real dope.
I'm saying this for the excitement of the music itself, because you got a very nice compliment. Both of you got a very nice compliment from my big brother, Mr. Ken Knox, of Chairman of the Board. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you what he said. He said, hanging out and meeting Tony and Jackie was the best move you ever made. And he also said, you guys are putting out this new funk way before we coined it. He said this months ago. And he said, they know where it comes from. He said, but each one of you guys is different. He said, that's going to be the key to your success. He said, because you got your niche and you got something different, even though people can feed off the vibe.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I talk to him at least like every couple of weeks. Call him up, he'll call me. And he said, man, he said, just keep doing that. He said, you already just do it, just do that. And he told me to personally tell you that, man. So that's from him to you, Chairman of the Board, Hall of Fame and all.
That's
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you ever get a chance, check out their show. They're not like the beach band.
Oh, I know.
They kick it.
They got some funk in there.
Yeah, they kick it, man. Them boys are from Charlotte. I know them. They kick,
Wow.
We're hanging out with Tony and Jackie Camm. We're going to take a second. Just give me a second. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say the beauty of what we're doing with our different, the reason why we sound different, because none of us are making music together. So it's going to be your sound and my sound and Jackie's sound and Shirley's sound and Rob's sound. They don't sound anything alike, really. Yep. And that's good. So when you're doing shows, you're going to get a versatility of music. Some sounds really, really up in your butt funky. Some is a little more laid back. Some is on the edge of R&B, a little bit of hip hop, some young rapping and stuff in it. So I think it's that diversity that makes for an interesting touring show or partnership, because you're not going to hear 2 hours of the same music. Yeah. It's going to ebb and flow. When each person hits the stage, it's a different kind of vibe going on. And I think that makes it kind of interesting. And I like that. I like the fact that we're not really collaborating on music. We're collaborating on performing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So see, so the music doesn't have to ever sound alike.
Yep.
But the performance will all conjoin together, as we've seen that it can. It's electric on the stage.
Yeah, it is.
When we're all up there, it's electric. It's so much going on. It's like I always tell people when we do a show, the 5 of us, somebody gonna be mad because they missed what I was doing because they was watching what Zach was doing on that side of the stage, and somebody missed that Shirley did anything because Jackie was right there, and it's like, where do I look? I got to go see it again because I missed half the show. Yeah. So that's what we want, Yeah.
That's such a great way to put it. The versatility and the carousel rides and the merry-go-round and the bumper cars. I see it as this big flying circus. And again, paying homage to our funk fathers, man, I think they're smiling from heaven, and I think they're smiling down here because I have not seen one iota or any kind of thing that was throwing any kind of different opinion about what we're doing. I've seen nothing but positive stuff, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. You know, we have support from, you know, the Patties and the Bootsies and the Georges and the Carlins and, you know, the Mother's Finest and all those people, because they know. They're like, hey, these are the ones, you know, you guys are going to carry the torch, you know.
Something's got to move everything forward, you know.
Always does.
Can't stay still.
That's right. It always does, man. Right. So we're hanging out with Jackie and Tony Camm and these beautiful kings and queens. We get ready to get on the other side. We got a few of the promos that Tony was involved in, and we're going to talk a little bit about Max Distro and also this thing back here. I don't know. Something's going on in February 26th. Some black thing. I don't know. But just if you're black or white, we don't care. But right now, we're going to just take a second because I got to recognize my main man at radio station. We pumping out stuff all the time. I love the way Keith Jackson sounds.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
Hey, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here with Holistic Restoration, inviting you to check out Zach Robinson with Funk in the Front Seat. He drops new episodes every Saturday at noon on the East Coast time, and replays are posted for whenever you miss a live stream. You can find him on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube, and get ready for the funk because he brings it every week, along with hot topics, amazing guests, and great conversations. Again, that's Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Go check them out. Hey, it's Chrissy.
Wiggle worm here, baby. Yeah, and I'd just like to say congratulations to my man Zach. Yeah, Club Funketeer number 9, keeping that funk on the shine for his 2nd year anniversary of his show, Funk from the Front Seat. It don't get no better unless you jump in the back seat and then jump back in the front seat on the one. Yeah, keep that funk alive. Wiggle worm here, baby. Yeah, and I'd just like to say congratulations to my man Zach.
Better than that. I always have to run that.
It don't get no better.
Wiggle word. That's my guy. That, yo.
And then jump in the front seat, but hey, you gotta love the bootsy, man.
That's that's that funk right there, man. We got a promo that we're gonna show right now. But first, I'm gonna let you kind of like, and I'll help you out a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about this thing back here. This Funk and Future Festival. I'm gonna disappear. Y'all see that?
Don't go.
Funk and Future Festival. See, this is my ghostly alien powers. You didn't know. Funk and Future Festival. Tickets on sale now. Go to funktology.com. February 26, 2023 at the Hayti Cultural Arts Center. Tony Camm and the Funk All-Stars, Dappy and the Funk Army. A bunch of good stuff popping. Brought to you by Max Distro, featuring Nicole and Mark Lee and all those good people that work with that. Ira up in Connecticut. It's going to be all of that. It's for Black History. So y'all need to come out, especially if you're in Durham. You need to come out and support this thing because it's going to be all of that and then some. And it's new. Free for kids. I am back.
Definitely the future of what's going to be happening. Taking funk. When you first brought me into that group to talk to them about that stuff, it took me 2 or 3 days to figure out what the hell are they talking about. We're doing a show, and then it's going to be in the metaverse, and it's going to be streamed, and then we're going to have NFTs, which of course already NFTs. I'm like,
I know, but
it's the future, man. We've got to get with it because that's where everything is. It's there. It's right there. That festival. I've never seen anything like it. To be involved in it on the first one, the inaugural flight of it is just amazing. We've got to have more right after that, all over the country, since it's streaming all over the world anyway. But to just have basically an event that's paying homage to original funk, where it's now and where it's gonna go, and then to have the kids involved, the robotics. I mean, it blew my mind when they said, "Okay, we're gonna have robots dancing to Zach's music," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, robots!"
Yeah, I know,
and
right?
kids are doing it. So, what better way you're gonna get kids involved in the funk than to have technology in that picture? So I'm just blown away when I'm on the Zoom call with y'all every week. I feel like the least smart, because I hate to use the word dumb, but I feel like the least smart person on the call, man. They're talking
that would be me.
they're talking codes and NFTs and non-player characters and metahumans and all that, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna bring some funk, and y'all do what y'all want to do to it. If you have me dancing wherever, I don't care. Let's do it. So I'm excited, man. It's gonna be great.
It is.
Jackie, how you feel about it, sweetie?
I'm ready to rock real steady, honey.
She just sees it.
I'm coming. I'm ready. I'm excited.
She just sees it as a weekend getaway with her husband.
Hey, that's good too.
That is good.
That's good too.
But I'm ready to funk with the rest of them, so we good.
I know you are. The beauty of it is that I like is that I'm working with people I love, music aside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know a lot of people on the panel, but I'm already in love with Ira up in Connecticut.
Oh my God.
She did an interview with me Sunday. What a sweetheart. Yeah. The other young ladies down here, I can't quite call their names, but everybody in that inner circle, of course, Nicole and Mark, it's just when you can work with family and it's legit and you're changing the world, I kind of think that's all God really wants.
Yeah.
It ain't about nothing else. Like Jackie said, it's about that love thing, man.
Yeah. Respect and love.
Just seeing all these people using their talents that they have.
Yeah.
For the pulling it together for the same cause.
Amen.
It's kind of amazing to see that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to meet these people in person because we've all become, because we meet every Wednesday on Zoom and since December.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I know these people and I've never met them, so it's going to be kind of cool to just actually physically touch them, hug them, whatever, And
yeah, me too, because I'm a hugger,
Yeah, me too.
And some of them are young enough to not really know what the funk is about. They heard of it.
They're going to find out, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, lock and load.
They're going to find out.
Bring your hard hat. That's what I say. Bring your hard hat.
So I live for those moments anyway. When people say, what do y'all do? Well, I can't really explain it, but come to the show.
Yeah, we stomp. That's what we do. We come and stomp it and we leave stomping. That's the best part.
That's it. So February 26th in Durham, North Carolina, and streaming and in the metaverse. So Funktology.com/tickets. There's all kind of ticket tiers where you can get all kind of NFT packages and keepsakes and stuff that's going to be worth a lot of money to other people at some point.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to all that encompasses. So
me too. And the beauty is, like you said, this is just the first one.
Yep.
So anytime you can have any inaugural anything and be involved in it like this, especially for our culture. And I'm not, I'm multiracial myself, but especially for our culture, and especially so young people can be inspired and say, this is what I was telling Ira yesterday, to bridge that gap.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bridge that gap because they're here in the future. We're here okay, just open the door. We're going to come into your future, but we're going to bring some dope shit with us that y'all are going to absolutely love. And we're going to absolutely show you exactly where your fingers go so you can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. And I was going to just mention, this is timing from God. It's divine, because what are the chances of all of us being where we are right now, ready to percolate at the same time? Everybody on that team you mentioned, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
that's
divine,
it. That's
man.
it. That is it, man.
Yep.
Can't
yep.
wait. Can't wait. Can't
That's
wait.
powerful.
Can't wait for that. You know,
That is
because we
powerful.
got to move it forward. We got to move the whole
Yeah.
funk movement thing. You know,
Everything, man.
you know,
Everything.
funk's been around for what 50, 60 years.
Yep, that's right.
Well, our style of funk, because there's lots of funk. You know, you just go ahead and there's lots and lots of funk out there, but we're talking in that genre, that world of P-funk and all its remnants. That's what we're talking about. It's a different kind of funk. You know, it's a whole different thing. Even P-funk's different than any other kind of funk.
Yep, that's right.
And now, so we're catapulting off of that, because we're taking funk to another place after George brought it from outer space and put this music in our face. We're funking for a new era, getting all in your underwear and ruining your mascara. We're going deep, deeper than the motors in your booty. Getting up in that ass, that's our duty. Coming hot and steamy like jacuzzi. You don't want to do me, then sue me. Coming at you with a new funk army like it's Credence. That new groove allegiance. This is that new funk, that now funk, that next funk. You can't phone it in and you can't text the funk. Funkin' is a lifestyle. And like we told you once before, if you got funk, you got style. So come on in and have some funk and a smile. You better settle in. We're going to be here for a while.
Y'all heard it first.
Drop the
Right
mic.
here, funk from the front seat. Not on the Grind TV. You getting dimes. You don't get this anywhere else. You dropping dimes, son.
So that's where we going with this whole thing. We paying homage to the P, and we're taking it on another ship, not the mothership.
That's right. That's right. The one of the things that I noticed that while we were putting this thing together, the little bit of the buzz that we're starting to get, people are curious, onlookers. You know how people see something, some people want to lay back, but I can tell, I can feel the energy. I'm an empath. So the closer it gets, especially this week that you and I have been dropping stuff, I'm starting to see people, I'm starting to hear that they're putting their ear to the door like, oh, what's going on over here in North Carolina? See, and this is going to be big for this state. And I told Mark this because the culture, Hayti Center is a beautiful place, historical place, Black history up the yin yang. And it's not really being pushed like it should, and that saddens me because I've been an MC there a couple of times, and I think this is going to change some of that because
I'm
for
sure.
the first time they're opening the doors to a pure funk band, not a band that plays Flashlight. You know what I mean?
That's a big difference. Yeah,
a little different,
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that once we set this place on fire, we can do all kinds of shows there.
Yeah.
Like every couple of months, hey, we landed at the Hayti for breast cancer. Hey, we landed at the Hayti for, autism. This is what we got to start doing. Funketeers out there, we're all doing it on an individual level. We got to come together and start doing these benefits. And it's only going to benefit us. You guys run an amazing benefit summer, charitable stuff, Music Cares. For the first time, I was actually in my funk community graced to be a part of that. And I can't thank you enough, man, because, it's incredible. It's incredible what Brett does and everything. It's incredible, man. So moving right on, why the future funk now? Why now? What took so long? Why now? Prince had virtual reality, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago. Why now?
I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of it has to do, how you've always heard the saying, people ahead of their time. Because anything you come up with, if the people are not ready for it, it doesn't go anywhere. People have to be ready because you can have the coolest, best thing ever invented. But if no one cares about it or jumps on board with it or whatever, then it just doesn't. And then you get frustrated and say, well, dang, they don't even want that, So I think, I don't know, man, maybe now is a time, is a convergence, the younger people are just old enough and the older people are still young enough to where it's crossing, and that's what I like about what we're doing, because that's what I'm conscious of when I make music is, okay, I want to make sure that Jackie's age group can dance to it, but also I want to make sure that the younger people don't think, okay, that's electric slide. You know, we're gonna throw some hip hop, some rapping, and everything else in it. So you're kind of bringing these cultures and stuff together. So I don't know. I think it's just who knows, man. You know, those are answers that we may never know. But the coolest thing is it's here, it's happening, and we would be remiss if we didn't take advantage of it.
Yo, I agree 100%, and I'll add a little bit on to that. I think they always say in the music game and actresses and everything in life, it's about timing. Even though our energy pulls us and pushes us away from negative and pulls us to positive, everything's about time. Because I sit back and I analyze stuff with my alien brain, and I think, okay, how many things had to go right for all of us to be in the same spot? A lot of things had to go right. That's why I was telling people, I was like, yo, this is divine, bro. I was like, you couldn't stop this with a steamroller or a Mack truck. I said, because just think about all of these people in their lives, everybody's thing had to be exactly lined up right. And because the universe set it up like this, I'm so grateful to the universe for allowing this. I know it's only going to open up more doors, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And because of the meta, now we can shop stuff in the meta and talk junk in the meta. You know what I'm saying? It's like
playground, man. It's so easy now. You know, because I got into digital art, so you know, so now I can, over the course of an hour, I can draw a painting, upload it, put it on some merch, and have it shipped to my house in 3 or 4 days, and I'm wearing it, my own artwork that weekend. It's just, I mean, the tools that we have right now are just so incredible. Everything is fast. You know, you're not waiting around for anything now. And a lot of people complain, you know, oh, this disposable environment that we have. Everybody wants stuff now. Well, you know, you can rail against that and complain about that, but bro, that's what it is. Get with it or don't. But the thing is, if you can't get with it, don't complain about it. Just sit on the side.
Sit on the side, get out the way.
I'm moving really fast, and some of us
keep up.
I
like Bruno Mars said, keep up.
I enjoy that. Let's go. You know, want to do it? Let's do it right now. You know, so
that's a good segue into this next thing. We're going to show one of your animations, man. So y'all sit back, funk from the front seat on this beautiful Saturday. Don't forget, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. for you Pacific folk that like to sleep in. Y'all need to come on the East Coast and join the rest of us, but it's okay. We still love you. And before we drop this, I want to thank P-Funk Radio's Keith Jackson, Boozy and Patty Collins, Brenda up in Ohio, Club Funk Ambassador, HJ Entertainment, Kane and Jams, Tony Camm and the Funk All-Stars, Nappy Funk Army, Oak City Music Collective, right down here, who books us Afterglow, 92416, Q&A Entertainment, Georgia, Brooke Clagett, Love T Excess, Pat Curtis, and Georgia Funk Vinci, all this beautiful artwork back there, Dr. Brookenstein, who takes care of all of my stuff that I don't take care of. DJ Coccolino in Italy, thank you for playing our stuff. David Webb, Funk Chronicles, Ohio. I always want him to be last because I want you guys to know there is a Funk Hall of Fame up in Dayton, Ohio, and you guys need to go on his site. You need to check it out. He's got all the dopest memorabilia, personal dope memorabilia, handmade blankets by Benevolent Funk, all kinds of stuff from Boogie Munson to George, this to that. You know, so we need to support that brother. And I always talk about him on the show, and I have him on the show. We're going to support him, and he's moving to a bigger place, so that means God's got bigger plans for him. But we're going to run this thing, man, and you know, y'all sit back and check it out.
Catch Tony Camm and other new funk artists in concert at the Funkin' Future Festival February 26 at the Hayti Cultural Center in Durham, North Carolina. Tickets available now at funktology.com/tickets. Catch Tony Camm and other new.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you took us around you, that 360 degree, just to give us a little bit more of a tease as to what that feeling is when you looking at people, man. That's
exactly, man. I'm telling you, that's you know, that's one of the things we do when we perform is we like to have a videographer person on stage with us that actually sees what the view from the stage is like, because you know
Yeah.
That's an incredible feeling to be up there and looking out over people, and you know, to have someone catch that view and to show that, I think I'm sure that it probably inspires some people to be performers that may not even knew that they want to be a performer. They see a view like that and say, wow, I've always just looked at it from out here looking there, you know. So I think that's important to show all those facets of things. You never know who you're going to spark.
That's right.
I know, Jackie, how do you feel about that? A lot of times when you're interacting with the audience, you're very visceral, very out there with your whole vibe thing. How do you feel a lot of times when you see the smile on people's faces, you go out and shake their hand? How does that make you feel like?
It makes me happy because I'm making somebody else happy.
Amen.
Because we don't know what any of us in this world is going through at any given day or time.
Amen.
And if you can put a smile on one person's face, maybe you can put a smile on 2, 3, or 4. What you doing makes a difference. When we're performing, it makes a difference to the world and to our audience that we are performing for. And that's what it's all about. It's making each other happy and being able to put a smile on somebody's face.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, it's such a high. I tried to explain that once to somebody. I was like, "There's no drug on the planet that can match the endorphins." You know,
and what they don't realize is when I see the audience, when I'm performing, I see the audience and they're into what we all are doing and they're smiling and stuff. They make me smile.
Yeah,
they make me want to give even more of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, Zach, never bother her when she's performing.
Oh.
We were at the show downtown, and the water bottle was on the stage about to tip over. She was in the middle of her thing, and I was trying to tell her, "Don't step right there because of the water," you know. And she mid-song is like, "I know." And went on.
Yo, that's how it is. You caught her in full-fledged change. She was already changed into that she-wolf that performed. So I get it. Good for you, Jackie, because I don't like to be bothered either.
I know, right? I got this.
It was the husband in me looking out. I was like, okay, I hope she don't step in that water and fall.
I get it. I get it.
Different show now.
You're looking out for your queen. I know what you're doing. You're looking out for your queen.
His songs like, I know. I'm like, okay, all right, okay.
And did you meekly shuffle off to the side of the stage?
Hey, you know,
he did this.
Like,
yeah, right. Yo, I gotta tell you,
it's on video somewhere because people were videoing it. But
just for you ladies out there, that's the universal man sign for us saying, "All right, we get it." Right? Way back, every man in the world knows that sign.
Everybody,
and every man will be like, "Bro, you had to do that." You be like, "Yeah, I had to do that."
If you're a man and you don't know, that's it. Try it.
Right.
Give yourself a whole lot of aggravation.
I can see if you did something else, but now that you're telling me that, I wanted to see the video before. Now I gotta see it.
I'm gonna find the video because I know what show it was.
I gotta see it now. Not so much for her reaction, but I want to see it too. Complete surrender. I want to see that.
But you know, I did it in a funky way. You know?
Yeah. I'm sure you played it off, but
that's the universal thing. Hey, practice that, guys, and you'll be all right.
Obviously, you did not want to catch some of her smoke. You did not want none.
No.
You didn't want none of that Jackie smoke.
No.
Oh boy,
that verse out. That was her moment. She was like, "Don't be interrupting my moment by telling me about some damn water on the stage."
That is funny. That's a good story. Only on Funk from the Front Seat will you hear that story. That's a dope story. Because that pretty much says like you guys are like Ashford and Simpson up there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, somebody locally said y'all like peaches and herb.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Peaches and herb.
I totally dig it. That's why I love y'all so much, man. You're my role models for real, and my family, man. We got another one we're gonna show. Again, those of you watching, of course, you see the thing behind me, and we're talking about this funk, future funk festival thing we get ready to do in Durham, North Carolina. Please stay active on the chat line. So y'all check this out. I'm gonna disappear for a minute. Funk and Future Festival tickets on sale now. Funktology.com tickets February 26th, 23rd. Tony Camm and the Funk All Stars. We spreading that new funk with the Nappy Head Funk Army in the metaverse. Also, HJ Entertainment and Oak City Music Collective that are not on this banner will be soon. So those are also the booking agencies that take care of us. Jackie's coming through. Tony's coming through with a few of his people. We're going to turn the mother out because we owe it to our ancestors because we are now the elders. And we're going to get to that right after this next video. This promo, y'all sit back. Funk for the front seat. Man, what a good show this is. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. As we get to this next one, you know, Nicole and Max Distro, they're going to be on future shows coming up. And we're going to try to get as many of the people that help create some of this stuff on little tidbits for the next couple of weeks. Because I really want you guys to know there's a lot of people in this world that care about stuff. These two are one of them. All right. Just so y'all know.
Funketeers from all over the galaxy are headed to planet Earth for the Funk and Future Festival, a hybrid event celebrating the influence and impact of historic and current funk artists through a technical and cultural lens. Taking place February 26th at the Hayti Cultural Center in Durham, North Carolina. Featuring Zach Robertson and the Nappy Head Funk Army and Tony Camm and the Funk All-Stars in concert and in the metaverse. Tickets available now at funktology.com. Funketeers from all over the galaxy.
Yeah, dope. I love that.
Dope. Thank you, Nicole.
Nicole
put some grind on it, Nicole.
Nicole is a beast, man. I'm like, I spent an hour on the phone with her the other day, just in private conversation about trying to wrap my head around this whole metaverse and NFTs and all that. And there's so much stuff that I have no clue. So it's like, but see, she's that younger generation and they're coming along and they know. So we got a product. We got to utilize them to help us get, you know, the product where it needs to be.
Amen. 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 See, and a lot of times I think change is scary for people. You know, not obviously for us, but you know, we thrive on that. Oh, change, okay, boom, let's go this way. But I think as a whole, and next year, and you know, maybe I know you guys are constantly working on how to do the Funketeers Ball every year, make it better. And I know I've been hearing some things, you know, quietly about how great it's going to be and what we're going to do with it. So I'm excited about that too. And I just know that this is one of the ways we can expand some of that and utilize some of this to enhance some of that. Because sometimes you take a little bit of this and you're like, okay, cinnamon tastes good on this, but it also could taste good on cornbread. You know what I'm saying? We sprinkle a little bit and just like, oh, a little tweak here. Hey, give me that screw and I'll give you this nut. And, you know, so exchanging, you know what I'm saying? And I think as a, not as a culture, but as a funk culture, and this is all positive for all my brothers and sisters out there that's doing this thing, we need to continue to exchange information. We have to do that. We need to continue to do it because I may have something that I can't use, but then I'll be like, oh, yo, you can cook with this, Tony and Jack. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important because when we do that, we get things like this.
Yeah.
You know, we get
something we didn't even know that we wanted.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
I
I gotta
didn't
say,
know.
Funk Lee.
I mean, and as now thinking that I am, I didn't know that I needed a Funk and Future Festival.
Right,
You know,
right.
but then I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, that's exactly what we need.
Exactly.
So,
It was a logical next step.
logical next step.
Just
So
didn't know what it was. I'm with you.
all
What you,
props to
Captain?
everybody involved, all these masterminds behind it. I'm just glad to be involved. You
You and me
know,
both.
you know,
You and me both, man.
on that ship.
It's been interesting to watch it grow into now reality, you know, and that's why the next step that we do when we do another one, you know, we learn from this one, and whatever state is going to be in, the hype will already be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hype will be there because,
Yeah.
you know, people want to know what's hype. And if they miss something that's hype, especially during the spring and summer, they come into the next hype one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
and in between, and in between, we're doing the New Funk Radio Tour as well, which y'all see us all with our garb, and we're going up there next week to promo. Where we going to promo that at, sir?
What is that?
The New Funk Radio Tour. Where's that promo at?
Hey, it's coming, man. We working this thing out, man. It's gonna be dope. There's gonna be 5 artists doing their own music, traveling around, 2-hour show, just fantastic performances and all that. We're putting it together. We're tweaking it. And you can see some of it right now at newfunkradiotour.com, and you can hear the music. You can there's actually a radio player on the site. You just click play, and I promise you, your booty gonna be moving. I just promise you from the first song. Getting up in there. Like I said, we're getting up in there, man. And you can read about the artist. You can buy some merch. You can see where shows are gonna be. So just stay tuned. The New Funk Radio Tour is coming. It's gonna be big. We're gonna be picking up passengers along the way. I'm already talking to people all across the country because there's lots of new funk artists out there. We're just talking about us right here in the little DMV pocket. But you know there's a Florida pocket, and there's a New York pocket, and there's a Michigan pocket, and there's a Texas pocket, there's a LA pocket. So now we're gonna launch this thing from right here and pick up passengers and steam as we travel across the country and then the globe.
Pack your bags. Pack your bags.
Right, that's right. I got a go bag packed right over there. I keep a go bag ready.
You don't need no bag. You don't need no bags at all. All you need is a New Funk Radio Tour touring jacket. That's all you need to have. No, you don't need no other bags with you. Just get you the tour. Hand me mine over there real quick.
Oddly enough, I just happen to have one right here.
You got one on, and look, it just came hot off the press.
Oh,
look at this joint.
The Cam Jam.
Look at that joint.
I'm loving it.
That's all you need. Is a New Funk Radio Tour touring jacket and some leggings, or not. Just don't have nothing else on. And some shoes. Let's go. You got some Zach. You got some Zach nappy-head sneakers out there that you can get on the site. Hey, TonyCamm.com/merch. Go get you some stuff, and we'll pick you up, and we'll travel across the country.
Yeah.
In flight.
We being the elders, perfect segue. And then we're going to close, just say a word or two of kindness about our brother that passed away in Tennessee. But being the elders, Jackie, I'm going to ask you this first. How much of an importance, or I don't want to say honor, privilege, but in your own words, how important do you feel our responsibility is to the young people because we are now the funk elders and the R&B elders?
It's very important because at the end of the day, we the role models. You know what I'm saying? If we're the role models and we are going in a positive way, traveling on a positive road, and we are doing the right thing, we got to have people that's going to follow us. And in order for them to follow us, we got to be doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what we do, how we appear, what we say out of our mouth, people pay attention to that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So yeah, that's definitely we are definitely the role models.
Yeah.
We're the generation that leads the generations after us.
Yeah.
And then that generation, when we die off, if we teaching and carrying the right torch, the other generation behind us will do the same for the next generation.
Amen. Well said. Yeah.
And the thing is too, we got to be cool. We just got to be cool about it, because that's what really attracts stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, because younger generation could look at. I mean, I'm 62. And Jackie.
Don't go there.
And
All right.
But you know what? The younger generation always, without fail, they want to party with us. Where y'all at tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Camm? They even say, Mr. and Mrs. Camm, where y'all at tonight? We want to be. And I'm like, we're old. Like, why y'all want to? No, because y'all are cool. And that's the thing. If you're cool, they want to be a part of it. And we've had several young artists who are out there, hip hop artists and stuff like that, who are asking me, hey, can I get on y'all's show? Like, can I do a couple of songs during y'all's show? And that's one thing I incorporated. I'm like, sure, let's try that out. And so when you come to one of our shows, you're going to see someone that's young that would never be exposed to that crowd. And then the coolest thing is, I've heard them say, wow, we didn't know how to perform until we went on a tour with y'all or got on stage with y'all. Because, performance skills are lost art on a lot of the younger generation.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
they will stand there and they'll grab their parts and they're blah, 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 and then that's it. Or the music is so slow now. The hip hop songs, everything is, it's slow. And I'm like, where's the dancing and stuff? So they come on stuff with us and they find themselves on stage in that psychedelic funk circus that's going on. And they're watching Jackie dance around them as they're standing there. And the next time they're on the show, you're seeing movement, you're seeing some choreography, you're seeing something, because they're picking up on it. And I think that's the critical thing for us, is we can be as old as we want to be. Look at George, man, 80 years old, whatever, and still just, it's so exciting that people are like, I want to hang out with that guy. And that's where we are right now with, people that are in our orbit. But like Jackie said, we got a responsibility to
our young
to
generation.
let them know there's more
to life.
Yeah,
You never know who you're impacting.
That's right. That's
You
right.
never know.
And see, words are powerful. That's why they call it spelling. I try to hip a lot of people to this energy game. Now that my chakras are lined up, I'm turning everybody on to the third eye. That's why I have it in my song. If you listen to all my songs, I'm gonna be talking about the third eye somewhere, But
I like that. Spelling.
Got to. It's called spelling for a reason, bro. And see, the industry can't stop us now because we got independent, So I appreciate you guys on that comment, because that's dope. Before I mention this brother and just get a little commentary for y'all, you mentioned my age. So I wanted to tell you, this guy, that guy from high school, all right, that guy is now this guy.
Oh, you were number 7.5 back then. You number 9 now.
I think I was number 6 and I flipped over. Went to high school through the front door and out the back. That's what I did.
6. Now you're number 9. You just turned it. It's just like the number on the apartment door. Like, oh, I'm gonna get your order.
Flipped over. That's right. Flipped it over. That's right. I knew every cubby hole in high school. I knew that.
Wow, that's what's up, man.
I didn't know where my class was, but I knew where every cubby hole was.
Man, same here, man.
Yo, man, check it out, right? We as artists always have a responsibility, like Jackie with colors and certain songs that you do, and we we stay out of the political thing, but we also let people know we are aware, and it's very important. And again, this is not about race. This is about how certain races are treated, okay? And of course, we know our plight as Afro-American people. You're successful, entrepreneurship, couple partnership. This brother, I didn't see it. All I had to do was just read about it. Tyree Nichols, okay? We can't forget about him. Now, whether he was beaten by white officers or black officers is irrelevant, but it does bother me that 5 black officers beat this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, it bothered me that whatever crime, guns, drugs he had, okay, arrest him, take him to jail, and let him serve 30, 40 years of his time. But to just take your anger, it seemed, from what I read, and I read like several different aspects of this thing, and just like because he said or didn't reply, whatever the response was, didn't anybody realize they was killing his brother?
Yeah.
That really hurt me, man.
Yeah.
In the midst of all this goodness, then you gotta hear something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, man, come on now. We're better than that, America.
Oh yeah.
We gotta be better than that, man.
Definitely.
Right here in North Carolina recently, they beat a kid to death. Like a month ago. Yeah, y'all didn't hear about that.
You ain't hear about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And like we were saying at home the other day when it came on the news, for that story, there's several thousands of them around the world that same day that happened. Something just as atrocious.
Yeah.
The news picked up on that one, because that's how the media is. It's a sensationalized story that it seemed like it never ends. You get over one and then give it a week or two and there's another. You give it, and you get over that one. There's the outrage, there's the marching, and then you get over that one. Then another one happens, there's the outrage. It's like a vicious cycle. And I don't know, really, I try not to jump into the arena with answers for stuff because
me too.
Every instance is different. Every incident has a cause and effect. There was an inciting incident for whatever that led to other things. Things escalate. Human beings have a bad habit of not knowing how to de-escalate anything. And when stuff happens, even personally, you have to catch yourself because you've gone to that, level. I think the best thing out of this particular case is like Attorney Ben Crump said the other day, the swift action. It happened, and like days later, these guys are fired and indicted. Not no months later. That's why you don't have the rioting and the tearing up of the streets because what we really just want is for justice to happen swiftly.
Yes.
If you got a video of a person killing somebody or leading whatever to their death, and you're law enforcement, whatever, there should be swift action on that. And this should be the blueprint for how these, because it's going to happen again. We'll be talking about this again, unfortunately. We'll be talking about it again 2-3 weeks from now, a different time. Because other ones have happened already that we just haven't heard about. Like you said, North Carolina, we didn't know about it. Stuff happens here in Lynchburg, Virginia. I know you didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we can think about it and try to get the solutions, or we can do what we do, bring the positive energy, because I really believe we're all here for something.
Amen. Absolutely.
Individually, our own path. And sometimes we can get taken off of our paths because of other events and things like that. So I think it's important to stay on your path because we got a finite amount of time to get our missions done.
Amen.
Here, So yeah, I mean,
it's senseless though.
It is.
I mean, although the young man, died and everything, but there's 5 other young men, their lives are over.
And their families.
Senseless.
And their families.
Yeah, and their family.
Yeah.
I mean, it affects everybody, different ways, you know what I'm saying? So that's 6 lives that is senseless. One passed away, and then the other 5, we don't know what's going to happen, but we can speculate what's going to happen. And then those mothers and fathers and, the families and things are having to deal with all of this,
Mm-hmm.
So it's just senseless acts that's happening in the world that we're living in. that don't make sense.
That's right. That's right. I know I saw a gentleman on YouTube, and he was a black officer in another state, and he said it tore down all the goodwill they had built up since George Floyd. You know, he said now, he said, 85% of us out here trying to do a good job. All that goodwill is gone. Just when we got people to trust us, it's all gone. Yada yada yada. And that's of course, the hat they wear. But he couldn't believe it. He's like, the minute they took that baton out, he said they went from cops to criminals.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
Well, and the thing is, like I said, they are criminals right now. So
that's right.
Quickly, and that has to happen. Now that's the blueprint. That has to happen every single time now.
That's right. That's right.
It has to happen every single time in order for any kind of trust or whatever to be built up. Man, that's a tough subject, and it's ad nauseum, and I don't know that what we say changes anything, because things happen in a vacuum sometime, and
that's right.
We're not around. So,
and you said the right thing, because you said what we do, our job is to bring that peace to an otherwise chaotic world. Chrissy Key Rollins, one of my favorites. And matter of fact, I'm recording with her next week. She's coming back on the show. She always says this is the planet where chaos happens, and how we react. Because I know you mentioned to her a while. You said, "Yeah, I like some of the stuff she be saying." Like how we react to it is going to determine that next reaction.
Right.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. This is the planet where chaos happens. We're going to leave you with that note. We're going to bring Tony and Jackie full screen. We're going to let them give a shout out and talk about a little bit of something. Before we get out of here, thank y'all for tuning in. Please stay active on the chat line. Funk from the Front Seat, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's been an amazing show. An hour and 15, 20 minutes goes by so doggone fast. And, hopefully down the line, we'll get a chance to get up in Lynchburg and do some stuff with y'all. I'm looking forward to it, at some point. That'd be dope. We're going to give you the last word, and please, you guys always speak from your heart, and I'm looking forward.
Well, first of all, don't let Zach fool y'all. We've been sitting here for 7 hours. He's going to edit it down to an hour. So there's a whole lot of stuff y'all ain't going to hear. I just want to let y'all know that right now. But I don't know, man. We just having fun. We out here. We the Duke and the Duchess of the Funk. We having a good time. We're doing shows. We're making music. We want to make people happy, make people dance. Forget about some of your troubles. Just come out and have a good time. Look for us where we're at, TonyCamm.com. Just go on that. There's a cornucopia of stuff that we're doing, all kinds of different things, from animation to comics and music and everything else. But we're just having a ball, man. Life, in my opinion, life begins at 50. So y'all need to make sure y'all get on up. If y'all 30-somethings and 40-somethings, y'all ain't doing nothing yet. Y'all just raising babies. 50, life begins. And right now, being at 60, I'm in what I call the third. So I'm living for me now. And
what's the third?
Because you got 0 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
You got 30 to 60. You got 60 to 90.
Okay,
so we're in the third right now. And the third third is for you. It's for yourself, because you've given everything else to your parents, to school, to raising kids, to careers. And then when you get to that third, you should hopefully have established yourself, got a little money, and do stuff. Now you can have some fun. You can celebrate. You can do the things that just you want to do. So do it.
Living your dream.
You're never too old to start.
That's right.
Anyway, thanks, Zach, for having us on. We've enjoyed this, funking from the front seat. And then you got to say, look at this.
Oh, this.
Tony Camm collection right here. This is right here.
Yay.
No.
And the pants. Don't forget.
Yeah. Yes. So, designed after her. So anyway, Zach, thanks for having us. Everybody, keep funking.
Peace out.
Keeping the funk alive. Y'all heard right here first. Funk from the Front Seat. Tony and Jackie Camm. The Queen and the King, the Duchess and Duke of Funk. Y'all know how we roll, and stay tuned for them, because they're going to be with Napier Funk Army. I'm going to be with them, and we're going to be just messing up the East and West Coast, and we're going to come straight down the middle to Ohio, down to Mississippi. We're going to funk that crap up too, so y'all be prepared, all right? We're going to get out of here. You guys been a great audience today, and I hope you dig it.
Baby, baby, won't you bounce with me? Bounce with me. Baby, baby, won't you bounce with me?
Robert, where you at?
So you don't get up.
That's the jam right there.
Yes,
Jam
ma'am.
right there. You gotta bounce with it.
What's up, boo? This for you. New Jersey, you heard. Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, New York City. Robert Harper's in the house, yo, yo. Minneapolis, MCLS, Detroit, Chapter City. Oh, South Carolina. Texas, say what? New Orleans. Sing it, sing it. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Jackie. California, Hawaii, Samoa, doing the Humpty Hump. Tokyo, Pyongyang, I say yo. China, Dubai, Italy, Germany. What's up, Elizabeth Island? Copolito.
Yeah, all around the world for the fun.
Come from the front seat. Russia, we got you. I'm watching you. Ukraine, we love you. Haiti, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Africa, Dubai, Canada, what up, Mike? Australia, down under, I got you. Funk from the front seat, you know this shit is funky in here. Hey.
Do you feel that body?
Y'all better be there. Tony and Jackie Camm was in the house today. All the funketeers around the world. I love you guys. Remember, spread peace, love, and harmony. Oh, I'm getting ready to turn into an alien on y'all. We love y'all around the world. You know how we do. Big shout out to Mama Sandy. I hope you're feeling better, baby. Love you too, Joanne in Arizona. Oh. Robert Harper, bounce to this. Y'all need to get it. Oh. Nothing but the funk. Been a great show today. I want to thank my guests. You guys have a great, great time. Enjoy your Saturday afternoon. Tony Camm and the Funk All-Stars. Jackie is beautiful queen. The king up here. Captain, I love you, man. And I'm going to see you real soon, bro.
My man, see you.
We going to bounce our way out of here. You've been a great audience. Y'all
Great
take
time.
care. Funk
Great
from
time.
the front seat. We out.
Do it again real soon.